Good evening to everybody at Ohio Northern University, and greetings from Columbus. I enjoyed speaking with you all earlier today, and what I'd like to do in the next few minutes is highlight some of the things that we discussed and how they can be valuable for your research and for your students. Let's go live right now. The first thing is in Westlaw, the database is proof of facts. Mousing it over, having it turn blue, and clicking on it will take you into that source. You'll notice things like immigration status, divorce. I know you said you do a lot of family law in your clinics, so guess what? Hey, there are proof of facts articles, which are model forms, model elements of proof, so those are the intake forms, model pleadings, and then model testimony. So when you're working with folks to testify, when you're working with new clinic students to try to get them to understand this is the foundation that you have to lay, facts is fantastic. And it is continually being updated with exciting and supplemented with cases for oldies but goodies. As you can see here, wow, medical device, cybersecurity, trade secrets, data breaches, yeah. In addition to oldies but goodies like obviously matrimonial family law type cases. Again, proof of facts. Speaking of family law, if you want to go over into forms.westlaw.com, if you can log into this site and play around in here, let me know, because if you have access to this, then this is going to be super exciting when we work with your clinic students in the spring. Otherwise, proof of facts, proof of facts, proof of facts, great clinic resource. Within Westlaw, just some things that are new this year. One is best portion. So I'm searching for heart balm inside the Ohio statutes. You'll notice that the text of this statute never includes the word heart balm. So if you go into original terms and you click on best portion, that will allow you to scroll through some of these things, and you'll see here relevant notes of decisions. So you can see here the words heart balm are not used in the statute, but that's how courts refer to it, kind of in their shorthand, the anti-heart balm statute, the heart balm statute, and you'll get those with best portions. So even if those original terms aren't in there. Now, within a particular database, like here I'm in the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals, that advanced button over there to the side brings you to a wizard where you can create your advanced search using the prompts over here. You can see that just selecting some of these things here allows you to build that search based on finishing things here in the wizard. And then when you run that search, you are doing a perfect terms and connectors search, even if you didn't understand what those terms and connectors are, what the shorthand is in DA or DI and things like that. Again, you don't looking at all content. You actually need to be inside a particular database that's a little narrower, like Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals cases, to hit that advanced button and then get some real substantial, meaty list of fields. If you're ever curious about where those things are, this little legend here is going to tell you where those fields are inside a case. About Westlaw's research folder enhancements. The first thing you're going to notice here is once you've added enough cool stuff to the side, you're going to get an issue breakdown. Similar to doing YouTube video recommendations, right? You watch all 6 meme spin-offs, but not the original video. Guess what? We are identifying what those legal issues are. We are the documents that all the other documents cite to, so that way you're not only getting the more modern stuff, but maybe the doctrinal root of your legal issue. And you can see here those issues scrolling through here and having things suggested. Like any new feature, some of these outcomes are probably a little more on point than others. The opportunity here at the bottom to improve Westlaw with that improve link will allow you to let us know how we're doing here with these research recommendations. Again, you won't get them for every single folder, but you will get them for stuff where you've added enough information for us to kind of pick up the trail. And again, once you have enough on point, we will see if there are research recommendations for you here. Not a whole lot, enough to get on point. When you're looking at a particular folder, you'll see some indications of things that you've looked at before, right? where we've got these notes added. Want to encourage everybody to add these notes, again, just by left-clicking and dragging and adding notes. You got the copy with reference and so forth, so that way when you come back to Quayos here, you've got that note icon. But what did you write a note on? What did you annotate? That research folder button, the one that I'm mousing over here in the middle of the page, if you actually click on it, you'll get a research report that compiles all of the authorities that you put into this folder, as well as all of the inline notes that you created and all of the notes that you took. Hey, you've been foldering stuff for 5 years. Guess what? You go back into those folders, you get your research recommendations, you can get that research report that compiles all your notes. Maybe that might be helpful in getting a new and fresh look at some of the stuff that you have been spending a lot of time collecting over the years. Again, that research report over here, issue breakdown over there. From Westlaw, there is this little wedge, and when you left click on that, you don't go to Westlaw, but if you go to Practical Law, we'll highlight a few things that might be helpful for you. One is the state Q&A. Here you kind of build your own 50-state survey from any of these topical areas over here. And why is that cool? Because it's not a 50-state survey. Because it's a survey based on just the content that you like in the jurisdictions that you want. When you hit the state and Q&A comparison tool, start comparing, guess what? Now you will be able to pick a topic, pick questions in the jurisdiction, and actually build your own survey, so that instead of having 47 jurisdictions that you don't care about and you know, just that in the jurisdictions that you care about. Excuse me, I got ahead of myself. So you can see here I've selected 3 jurisdictions and only 2 questions, and there you go. You like it, put it into a folder, right? That icon over there, all Westlaw functionality right there. From the Practical Law homepage, one other thing that you can do is check out what's market. So all of those publicly filed documents with the SEC, you hit that Access Now button, what do you get? You get the Practical Law editors looking over all of those publicly filed agreements to extract the particular factors that are important to you. Check them all out over here. You can filter. You can pull up an analysis of a particular agreement. You can see what we've identified. And of course, you can trust but verify, because these are publicly filed employment agreements. You can click into it, read the agreement, and actually see what our attorney editors found, 1.18 million, and what they turned into the analysis over here, 1.18 million. Great. Within Practical Law, it's meant not to be a search first kind of tool, but it's meant to be more browsing. So you can see we can browse clicking around by practice areas, clicking around by resource types, clicking around by jurisdiction. So by the way, for your LLMs or for folks interested in global business, global transactions, global content over here, Practical Law browsing tool, and what you'll typically browse to are these toolkits. Toolkits, great landing page, great content aggregator, kind of for particular legal issues like a data breach, right? From these data breach toolkits, you'll see not only the practice notes that give you the grounding in the legal issue, if you haven't heard of before, but also things like checklists, state Q&A tool like we looked at a second ago, overviews, sample documents that include drafting guidance, expert Q&A, and so forth. I happen to think that is a fantastic resource for folks who are looking to get a basic grounding in some area. I was working with somebody the other day who hadn't taken secure transactions and needed to study for the bar. Guess what? Within the practical area of, there is plenty of stuff in securities about and how to set up the interest, perfecting it, and all that good stuff. Couple final words. One is, you can see here numerous walkthroughs on all these exciting Westlaw points. I've been putting them together over the course of the semester. So if you have something that your class could benefit from learning from, either from a Westlaw content perspective or from a topic perspective, topical area of law, just let me know and stuff will pop up. Hey, Practical Law International Arbitration, the most recent thing that I have produced. But again, happy to work with your class on these. The other thing is my availability here at Twitter, Lindy Hop Lawyer. You'll see my in-person availability. plus retweets from West Law School, which is a corporate account, as well as other legal research and law school ephemera. Thank you for chatting with me today, and I look forward to working with you all again soon. Have a great one.